everybody, and welcome back to another episode on the HermitCraft Feed the Beast server. Yeah guys, we are about 1,000 blocks in the sky. This power armor is crazy. You can fly up so high with it, and you can get up there in no time at all. In fact, I think it takes longer to descend than it does to reach that altitude. Yeah, this stuff is so good, so good. Air brakes. Yeah, it doesn't matter if I hit the ground. I have the feather falling, or whatever that was called, the shock absorber feature installed on this armor. So no matter how far of a distance I drop, I will never take damage. Okay, so I said I'd never take damage. I just lied. Apparently, I didn't notice, but my suit just overheated there. So there are some little drawbacks to this armor. Now, if you didn't know, you can use water like I just did there to cool yourself off faster. If you didn't see, right over here, there was that little red bar and the blue bar. Blue bar is the power, red bar is the heat. So, I'm actually not sure what caused me to get up that high, if it was just me hovering for so long or what, but yep, that's a thing. You can see as I run around, the heat bar kind of jumps up and then it goes back down. That's what the cooling system is for. The heat shields, I think is what it's called. Yeah, there's a few different things that you need for this armor to tweak it out. And I've also installed a few more pieces on here. Let's take a look real quick. So on the helmet, we do have the energy shield, and it requires 2 of these force field emitters, and I have this set all the way up to full strength. Same thing for the chest and the legs. I had the force field, or the energy shield, installed on both of those, and I just put another one on the feet. Now you can see here it says armor energy 6 points. And I believe you only need a total of 20 points for all full shirts, because each one of those, like, you get the half and the full shirt, that's 2 points. So you have 10 shirts total, so 20 points. So you can turn this down, and you can see my shirts start to go down. Now they're going back up. So I think right there would be like the maximum you actually need, but it doesn't add weight, and taking damage doesn't really take that much power away. So I'm just leaving all of these pieces on full strength. I think that's perfectly fine. Okay, oops. There was another piece that I got here. Let's open up here. Yeah, I made this power fist. This is like the utility tool. You can install pickaxes. You can make it so it mines faster. You can do all sorts of things. I added this one piece to it. Where is it? It is this Lux capacitor. It is extremely cheap. 1 glowstone dust, 2 iron ingots. You can adjust the colors, and by default it's black, but these are the things where you just right click and now you have a torch. These Lux capacitors look pretty cool. I assume they use a little bit of power when you use it, but you can spam these things all day long and like you'll never see your power decrease on your armor. So these are free torches. That one, what the heck? Something's going weird there. Aha. Oh, you know what? I think I fired multiple in the same spot. Maybe that's the thing. Okay, that's weird. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to break it. But yeah, you can set these to different colors. They don't change the light. It's just the way that they look. So we could have like a red one if we wanted to. We could change them out. I think you have to do this on table. I don't think you can do this on the fly. So we could change them out to blue. Yep, that's pretty cool. I don't know why there's a black one there. There's some kind of a little bug, I guess. But yeah, these are really cool. I like them. So, like I said, by default, they are black. I'm just going to leave them black for now. Since black, you don't have to worry about color clashing. It'll always go with pretty much anything. You could send them to white too, and that would probably go with anything too. But since the majority of the outside is black and then gray in the center, I think the black just looks best. Okay, so if we need torches, we always got them available, so that's really cool. Also in my inventory, I have a coin of fortune from Reliquary. These we use a lot, a heck of a lot last season in Unleashed. Let's look at the recipe real quick. It's not too difficult to make. So you need 4 Eyes of Ender, so you need 4 Ender Pearls and 4 Blaze Powder, 4 gold ingots. You need this glowy water, which is a condensed splash serum with some glowstone dust, not too bad. So a vial of ordinary water, gunpowder, nether wart, and more glowstone. So a full piece of glowstone goes into this. Pretty easy to get. Vial of water, you get like 5 of those out of 5 glass panes, and you just right click it like a bottle of water on a water source block to fill it up. Very, very easy to make. So what makes the Coin of Fortune really good, if you have not seen these before, if you have items on the ground, if you right click on that, it draws them right to you and into your inventory. This is like one of the best items you can get in this game as far as I'm concerned. Another thing that I've done is I started filling up a tank full of resonant ender. Now the reason why I did this is because melting down those ender pearls takes a lot of power, takes a lot of time, and if I need that liquid ender, I kind of want to have that available. So I've made these open block tanks, which are pretty cool, and I think you have to actually make a few of them at a time. I've made, where are they? They're in here somewhere. Here they are, 5 of them. I've made 3 recipes. You get 2 of them, and it's some obsidian and some glass pane, so it's not too bad. But what's kind of cool about these, if you put a little bit of liquid in there, you see it kind of like just oscillates around. Yeah, I like the way that looks. You can put multiple of these tanks on there and they stack together, so you can just make your tanks infinitely bigger if you need to. Let's go ahead and break that. You can right click with a bucket and get your fluid out if you have a full 1,000 millibuckets worth. Another thing that's really cool, you can break these things and they retain their liquid in there. So you can see it says 6% full and it's 1,000 millibuckets. So you could fill this up with lava or whatever you need. I could take my liquid ender, my resonating ender down and put that into storage if I wanted to as an item. I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do with these blocks. I like it a lot. Okay, let me grab my water back out of there and break this so these guys stack again. There we go. And we'll put those back. Yeah, those tanks are good. I've also made some hardened glass, and I found kind of a cheaty way to make that hardened glass. Let's see, do I have... Looking for this pulverized obsidian. So pulverized obsidian, you put obsidian into the pulverizer, and I believe it gives you 4 pieces. Let's take a look at this real quick. Recipe. Yeah, so obsidian in the pulverizer, you have 4 pulverized obsidian. So the pulverized obsidian is used for making, where is it? The hardened glass. Let me actually just, hardened glass. This is like a really important item for thermal expansion. Okay, so 8 obsidian dust and 1 pulverized lead gives you 2 hardened glass. Or you can put 8 pulverized obsidian and 1 lead ingot in the alloy smelter. That also gives you 2. So the alloy smelter is what we have right here. So 8 pulverized obsidian and a lead ingot. So where's my lead? There it is, lead. And here's the alloy smelter. So we'll put 1 lead ingot and we will put 1 pulverized obsidian in here. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, this works. So instead of doing 8 obsidian, 1 gives you 2 of these hardened glass. Now, if you were to put all those in there and you put in the lead, I think it'll use 8 at a time. But since you don't need to do that and that recipe's kind of broken, why would you want to use a more expensive version? Little cheaty, sure. But, you know, it works, so we'll go with that. He slipped. All right, so another thing that I wanted to do today with the hey hips with the enderman farm, we saw that last episode. I had some comments saying that I should make myself a Tinker's Construct scythe to attack the enderman with, since it's a ranged attack, or I'm sorry, it's an area of effect attack. So I think I read that it does, like, you can harvest crops in like a 3x3 area, so like 9 blocks, and when you attack, I think it attacks in front of you 3x3, I think. I haven't used one of these before, so I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Which book? Oh, Materials New, this one. Let's take a look at this real quick and see what we need to do to make a scythe, because I'm pretty sure I need some more advanced stuff to do that. Oh, there it is, scythe. So the scythe is well known for its large swinging area. It can be used to harvest crops, leaves, and is a decent weapon. Natural abilities, area of effect, attacks mobs in a 3x3x3, harvests a 3x3x3 area, broad melee weapons. So we need a scythe head 2 tough rods and a tough binding. Okay, so that is a lot of stuff. The tough rods, I am fairly certain you need, well, you might need the upgraded table. It's been a while since I've really looked at this stuff. I know there's this tool forge, but there's also these part builders and tool stations. And I think this is an upgraded version that makes you, or allows you to make the better weapons. So I tell you guys what, since I'm not really familiar with this, I don't want to derp and just try and figure this out on camera. Let me find out what I need to do to make this real quick. I might even build the tool forge off camera, but we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I was going to start making the tool forge and things like that, but we need seared bricks, and we haven't really talked about grout or seared bricks or things like that for making smelteries. So, that's one of the things that is shown in this book, how to make all that stuff. You can go through all these tools. Later on, let's see, past all these materials. I'm pretty sure it says it in here somewhere. That's how you make the ball of moss with all the mossy cobblestone, and you make the lava crystal tool station. Well, somewhere in here it tells you how to make all that stuff. There's a lot of pages. Anyway, all you need is gravel, clay, and sand, and this gives you grout. So there's 2 stacks worth. Now you have to smelt this up to make seared bricks. I'm just going to stick it in the redstone furnace. I think we can do it that way. I can also put in the alloy smelter, I'm pretty sure, and I'll do 3 at a time so we can get this going a little bit faster. I have also smelted up some charcoal because I'm tired of wasting all of my coal. Oop, I gotta turn off the coin of fortune. Actually, I can just put some coal directly in here. Yeah, the coin of fortune, while it's nice, can also be kind of a pain every once in a while when you're trying to drop something on the ground. So in the time of that break, I went ahead and I made some patterns here. I made scythe head, tough binding pattern, and tough rod pattern. Now we've seen the blank patterns, you just stick it in the stencil table, pick the pattern you want, and create the pattern. So I put the pattern in the part builder, and these require a lot more material. So to make the tough tool rod, since I made out of cobblestone, takes 3 cobblestone. Same for the tough binding pattern and the scythe head. So what I'm thinking for now, since I've never used these before and I don't know how well they're going to work, I think I'm going to use the stone scythe head so I can repair the tool with cobblestone. But I want to use something better for the binding and the rod. So I am going to set up a smeltery. We need to pour molten gold or aluminum brass over that stuff to make a mold so we can create stuff out of better materials. I'm thinking we're going to use obsidian for the handle, because that has unbreaking 3. And I'm not sure for the binding just yet. I know people have said before that I should use paper because of an extra modifier, but I think it also has a negative effect if you use paper. Let's come over here real quick and let's just look at paper together and see what it says. Was this it? Yeah. Mining level 0, base attack 0, +1 modifiers. Handle modifier, well, maybe it doesn't really do anything. I guess it just got low durability is the only thing. But since we're probably going to put a diamond on this or an emerald, depending on which one's better, and it might not matter. So how are we doing here on the seared bricks? Okay, we got that. And this is dumping right over here into this chest. How are we doing on the power supply? Let's just put the rest of that charcoal in there, keep everything going. Okay. So we needed, I think it was 3 seared bricks for smeltery creator. Okay, mighty smelting. This is a new book. What does this guy say? Introduction, alloys, recipes, a lot of stuff. Okay, so this is everything you need to create a smeltery. I've done this before, so I know quite a lot about it. Basically, you need the smeltery controller, you need a tank full of lava, and then the rest of these blocks in this pattern as the seared bricks. So yeah, this is what we want to do. We want to pour molten gold or aluminum brass on a item here to make a mold. And oh, shows you how to make the grout. It's kind of weird how it shows how to make the grout in this book when you would need this to make it to get the book. Anyway, that's kind of weird. So this is all the recipes for that stuff. Glue ball. Weird. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. I'm going to have to go through this and read it later. So we have... Oh, did it only make me craft 1? Okay. There we go. So there's our seared bricks. We need the tool station. Let's go ahead and break this guy. And we can upgrade this guy. So, oh, maybe I did have these? I don't know. That's weird. I thought my inventory said that I only had one of those. Okay, so we need the tool station here and some blocks of iron. And there's our tool forge. Now, this is an upgraded tool station. And I think you need this to make these other weapons, like the scythe I don't think showed before, or this guy, or these guys. So this is what we're going to end up making. So we need 2 tough tool rods, we need the tough tool binding, and the scythe head. Okay, so yeah, I don't think that's really going to tell me much in here. Right, so what I need to do is I need to go ahead and create all those other items. Everything we're going to need for the smeltery, because I think we need to smelt down obsidian to make those tough tool rods. So let me get those pieces together, we'll put the smeltery together, and I'll be right back. Random level 30 enchant. Meh. Okay guys, so I went ahead and I built all the pieces that we need to make the smeltery. I got the seared tank, got the smeltery controller, smeltery drain. I got 19 seared bricks. I think that's the amount we need. I made a casting table, casting basin. Actually, there might be a problem with this, but we'll look at that a little bit later. And I made the seared faucet so we can pour out of the smeltery drain. We can also use something like a liquid duct or something like that. We don't have to use a seared faucet, but, you know, let's go ahead and do that. I was left with 1 seared brick left over, so all this stuff took me 2 stacks worth of the seared brick. Okay, so I have made a little room back here next to all the rest of the Tinker's Construct stuff. We got the little glowstone nooks with the stone brick covers, and then I realized since it's going to be a 3x3 for the floor, and the rest of the stuff is going to be covering up that light, it's kind of pointless to have that light down there, but regardless, that's what we did. So there's our seared bricks for the bottom of it, and on the top, I did more stone covers because I realized we're probably going to need light from above, and then we have more glowstone nooks up there, so we got plenty of light coming from up above. Okay, so in order to get this going, we need to put the rest of these stone bricks around the outside. So we need brick, whoops, and there. Oh, those break faster. I thought they used to break really slow. Okay, so we need those. We need this. All right, so that's the basic foundation for the smeltery. So now we need the smeltery controller. That's the brain of the operations. We need the seared tank. This is where you put your fuel in. And finally, we need the smeltery drain. And that's where we're going to get the stuff out of. So now that we got that whole multi-block structure, this guy's, you know, showing some particle effects. So it's ready to go. But we need fuel, so we need to add something to the seared tank. We need to get some lava. It's kind of weird how there's that Z fighting right there, unfortunately. I've seen that a lot when you use Optifine with Feed the Beast. I'm not using Optifine. That's just a problem with the graphics there. Okay, so we got these little spots back here. I guess it's good that we have the light right there because that would be a dark area when we make this smeltery bigger. If we ever do, I don't know. But what I need to do at this point is I need to go collect myself some lava. So we can use these open block tanks. These are great. And a bucket to, you know, pick the lava out, stick it in here, and I can take it back up with me. So let me get to that. That's kind of a boring task to do. I'll grab some lava, we'll fill up the seared tank, and we will look at making some of these parts. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I filled up those tanks full of lava. We got a lot of lava down below in the branch mine. So now we got these guys here, tanks, 5 of them, 100% full, 16 buckets each. Very cool. So I want to try something here. So I know you can pipe fluids into the seared tank. I want to see what these micro blocks can do. Since I know thermal expansion works pretty well with the micro blocks now. Let's go and get rid of these things. Oh, you know what? That's going to take care of that Z fighting issue now that we don't have that cover underneath there. That's going to be kind of cool. So what I'm wondering is if we go down here and we stick one of these tanks full of lava right there, and I have made some fluid ducts. Yeah, fluid ducts here. If we stick that like that, is that going to work? I mean, I think that's going to need a lever to work. Let me get this. We need to put this bottom one in extract mode. Okay, so it's not filling that up yet. Let's try putting a lever right there. That works. You can stick the lever in the same block as one of those glowstone nooks and one of those covers. That is so good. So now is this going to work when I flip the lever? Oh, wow. That is awesome. Okay. So now we got lava in the seared tank. It only takes 4 buckets, so this one down here, yeah, that's not... Yeah, I only use a little bit. So what else we can do, I assume we can break a block next to there and stick another one of these seared tanks next to it. Can I stick that there? Oh yeah, and the level's evened out. So now they both hold about the same amount, 12,960 out of 16,000. That is pretty cool. So you know what? I really don't need lava for much else. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but I think that's still fine. I think we can put a tank right there, and right there, and they'll all even out. And all that lava will go into here as we need it. So that is really, really cool. I like it. And I like how the lava, the animation kind of makes it wave like that. Oh, that's so good. The micro blocks, the forge multi-part. Oh, that's so awesome how that works together with pretty much everything now. So we can do this, cover that up. Our seared tank's going to be pretty much full of lava for forever. Well, not forever, but a good time. Right, so another thing we need to do, we need to break this guy because we need to put a casting table right here. This isn't set up in the most ideal way, but yeah, we need to put the casting table down here. Oh, I can't put it there because of this guy. So I should put that right like that. Is that how that works? It doesn't need to be 1 block lower. I can't remember. I know you got to put a seared faucet on the drain. I think that's how that works. I don't think it's got to be 1 block lower than that. It might be. I don't really remember. Okay, so now we got to melt up some aluminum, brass, or gold. Gold is the easiest thing to do, so that's what I'm going to use. So we got some gold right here, and we need to grab... Oh, I have these. So I need to do a tough tool rod, so we can stick this guy right like that. Now we need to pour some molten gold on it, and I can't remember if it's 1 ingot or if it's 2. Let's smelt up 2 because I think we're going to have to do another pattern anyway for the tough tool binding. And maybe the stone scythe as well. We're going to want to make a mold out of that. So I'll be back when this is all melted. Alright, well the gold finally melted. So we can right click on the faucet. Yep, and that's going to pour right into here. And will that make our mold? Absolutely, that will. And that used 2 gold bars. Okay, so that was the right amount. Right, so now we have the tough tool rod cast, so we can make other tool rods. So I want to stick obsidian in there. Now I saw that the tough tool rod cast requires half of a obsidian. So we can make 2 out of each piece of obsidian. I think I'm just going to do enough for the scythe for now. Let's go ahead and stick this in there. Yep, that's going to have to melt down, so that's going to be a bit. Let me go ahead. I'm going to pour the liquid obsidian here and make a couple of tough tool rods. Probably going to do the same thing with the stone tough binding. Maybe make that out of paper. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to make a few more things, and we'll be back. Okay, guys, so I got all the parts built that I'm going to use. We have 2 obsidian tough rods, and as I found out, these need 3 ingots. You get 2 ingots of the obsidian per obsidian that you melt down. So I need a total of 3 obsidian melted to make 2 of these. I've made the paper tough binding, which I found out you need 6 pieces of paper to make this. At first I thought you couldn't even make it out of paper, but you can. And then I'm using the stone scythe head. Now I know there's much better items out there, but we're kind of doing this as a test. The obsidian isn't that hard to get. Paper's not hard to get, and stone is not hard to get. But I just kind of want to see how this thing is going to work. Okay, so let's go to the scythe. We'll put that in there, this in here, and these. Okay, so we have writable, reinforced 3, and stone bound. 1.5 hearts, modifiers remaining 4. Okay, so Pro Tinkerer, nice. So this is pretty cool. I've never made one of these scythes before. But what I do know is I want to put a few pieces on it. I think what I'm going to do... I know people have complained before that I use mossy, that I shouldn't use that and I should use other things. It doesn't really matter that much. I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to put Mossy in here so it automatically repairs itself. So if I'm just idle in the end, if I have to go AFK, this thing will automatically repair itself. We're going to put Quartz on there to give it a little bit more power. I think we can do that. I'm sure this is said it was used as a weapon. So we should be able to do that. We should be able to put another modifier on there for more stuff. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so first things first, I want to upgrade this with nether quartz. And yeah, that does add sharpness. Good. Now, before we do it that way, we can just make these into blocks, I'm pretty sure, and do it this way. We can put the sharpness on there that much faster. Yeah, do it 4 at a time this way, so it takes 72. A little bit of sound issues. I've heard that's from having the armor on, the power armor. Okay, so we can go up to another sharpness. So this says it's doing 3 hearts. We might go another sharpness. Next thing I want to do, let's get that auto repair going on there. So we can just take this moss stone, do that, get the ball of moss. Oh, nice. I don't really know if we need to put another modifier on here beyond that. So there's the moss. Okay, and I think we're going to put another sharpness on here. We want this to be really sharp if we're going to use this as a weapon. Okay, so we can go ahead and just do this. Use a bunch of that nether quartz. So this thing should get pretty sharp, at least I hope so. Are we there? I'm actually not sure. Aha, okay, so 144 out of 144. So attack, 3.5 hearts. Well, I guess maybe that wasn't worth it. We used all that nether quartz and we got 0.5 heart more damage. Okay, well, probably a better tool head would make this thing have a higher attack. But this thing looks pretty sweet. I think at this point, I want to take it to the end and try it out because this episode's starting to get a little long. So let's go ahead and put this stuff away so we don't lose it. Put the quartz away. We got a bunch more, and I think I'm going to go to the nether and farm some as well. So let's go to the end. And I am very curious how this guy is going to work as a weapon. So first things first, let's get our sound turned down because this is going to make a lot of noise. We'll just look at every single enderman, get them all over here. All right. Oh, wow. That is awesome. Okay, so I'm noticing right away that this does not have a high durability. That's a problem. I didn't realize, but yeah, we could kill those endermen really, really fast. Okay, so the auto repair, probably not a good idea. We're going to need something that's going to give this thing more durability. I don't think we can add anything to it that gives it durability, but the reinforced 3 is like unbreaking, so that's pretty cool. So maybe what we should do is just keep cobblestone here and a table to repair it all. Let's try that one more time. Let's just see. Yeah, I like this a lot. This is great. This is a fast way. Oh, you know what else? We should put looting on this thing so we get more ender pearls. That's what we need to do. Oh, look at that. I got a heart container. Yep, that's what we need. We need to put looting on this thing. Okay, not bad. Right, so let's go back. Pretty sure I have enough for looting. Where are we? Getting turned around. How are we doing on lapis? Oop, yep, we got enough on there. Oh, wait, no, you need for 3. Not sure if we can get looting 3 on this thing, but if we can, this is going to be quite awesome. But again, I don't know. I mean, we can kill this enderman pretty fast, and I don't know if this is going to be the most ideal weapon since it has such a low durability. We might want to get something that's a little bit higher durability, but then again, we can just repair this with stone. What to do? Let's see. Let's just see. So we're going to need 450 lapis. I don't know if that's enough blocks of the stuff. I know there's ways that we can get lapis. Let's just start putting looting on here. Yeah, let's just do it. I'm not going to be using the lapis for anything anytime soon, so I am perfectly fine with this. We'll be able to get our ender pearls easier, and yeah, I think that'll be a great weapon for doing that. Okay, so we're at looting 2. We're almost all the way at looting 3. And nice, looting 3. Okay, so probably a little bit of a waste. since we're just doing the stone. It's got such a low durability on it. But I am very curious now. So when we attack those two groups, we got 16 plus 6 and some Eyes of Ender. Let's go ahead and stick this stuff in here. I want to go back, do another group of Endermen, and let's just see what the looting 3 does for us. Oh, we got to wait for these guys to spawn in. Well, okay, so let me get a big group of these guys and we'll be back. Alright, so it looks like we got a good amount of Endermen here. Now we're going to try this with the looting 3. This should be pretty good. Let's see if we get a whole bunch of ender pearls. Wow, I killed these guys like... oh, maybe that was the mirage ones that I killed. But yeah, hopefully this will give us so many ender pearls. We won't have to come down here very often. We got the boss guy there. Yeah, that's so good. Wow. So that alone, one big group gave us, 2 1/4 stacks. Or is that 2 1/3? Emerald, some ink sacks, some other random stuff. I like it. So all in all, I think this was worth it. Maybe not the highest durability. I could probably tweak something else. Maybe use one tough obsidian tool rod and one of another kind that might give us more. I don't know. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.